And we are live. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing Tuesday. Today it is April 22nd, and Tesla is set to report earnings today after the market closes. I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to start tuning on in to this live stream. So let me go ahead and post it here, Tesla live stream. If you are tuning in for the first time, again, just another reason to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't done so already. And make sure you drop a thumbs up if you feel like we earned it. If you want to partake in the little live chat, so that little chat room or chat box that you see on the right-hand side, just make sure that you are aware that you do have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. So just a little heads up on that. If you're trying to type it, it won't let you. That is the only thing that you need to do. Okay. Here it goes. NASDAQ market is beginning to curl on over. That should help with some of that sell-in pressure we want to see on NASDAQ. When looking at this on the 5-minute time frame, it's kind of the time frame that I've been paying attention to today. Wanted to see if we actually broke below that EMA and broke below that super trend to get a nice little sell signal. It looks like we're finally getting that sell signal on QQQ. So a really nice pullback setup if we actually get that confirmation of lower lows and lower highs. But I feel like Tesla and the way that it actually ends up reporting earnings is going to determine that. So what is Tesla's expectation for its quarterly earning reports? Let's go ahead and break it down. For anyone that's tuning on in for the first time, welcome. Super simple. So Tesla's going to be reporting its Q1 earning report, of 2024. As an earnings per share expectation of at least 49 cents per share and a revenue of 22.27 billion. A very common question we get is, hey, Ricky, if it beats earnings, does that mean that Tesla's going to skyrocket? Not necessarily. Unfortunately, the market is not that simple. A big part that they focus on is guidance, and not just on the actual earning report itself, but there's specific areas based off of, what's to come for the company, that especially for Tesla, they're looking at forecasts for up and coming quarters. And they're also looking for any hint that Elon Musk might give during the guidance call, which is going to be later today, that he might give about that Tesla Model 2. It's going to be the cheapest Tesla to ever be released. And it's supposed to start, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, at $25,000, something like that. And yeah, so hopefully we hear some news about that. Hopefully it could send Tesla skyrocketing, but I'm just giving you my 2 cents. First off, I want to make sure that you're aware this is just my opinion. At the end of the day, my opinion doesn't matter. Just like, again, we can all have our own opinions. Tesla's been going through a little trading rut, right? For all of 2024, it's been seeing lower highs and lower lows. Tesla stock is down over 40% in just the past 4 months. So past 4.5 months, Tesla, all it's been doing, it's selling off. It's been consistently losing value. And I showed this article, it was earlier today, where it showed the previous 4 quarterly earning reports. And on average, Tesla sells off one day after at least 9%. So the most recent earning report, it sold off 12%. But when it comes down to the previous 3, then it's around 9.25 to 9.75. So just a little heads up on that. Okay. All right. And I guess we can run a poll of, do you guys want me to run a poll of what everyone else thinks, or we're just going to wait and see until the market reacts for Tesla's earnings? What do you guys think? Yeah. So we have about 20 seconds left until until the market closes. So we'll see if it comes out right at market open. What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's do it. Hopefully again, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. And if you want to partake in that live chat, just make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hopefully that's not too much to ask. Here it goes. A lot of activity. Again, I would not recommend trading during an earning report for someone that's a complete beginner. Just a little heads up on that. Okay. Wish you nothing but the best. But again, if you open yourself to that kind of risk, that's just the position that you're putting yourself in. And I don't think a beginner really understands what they're kind of exposing themselves to. The cheap can always get cheaper. There's a really low range for Tesla. If we do gap down and break below 138, The next support that I saw on the way down, if we click on the day chart, is unfortunately 101. So a big gap down is what Tesla can offer. I'm not saying it's going to sell off all the way down to 101. I'm just saying that there is a gap down potential, right? Here it goes. It's down about 0.5%. I only trade during normal market hours. I like that. Pretty much break even here. Alrighty. All right, so we have about 66% of you that have participated in the poll are saying that you believe Tesla stock is going to drop, which means about 34% of you believe Tesla is going to rise. Tesla plans to cut 400 jobs at German site, according to a report released today. Visa also has earnings. That is correct. We can go ahead and zoom on in to see what other companies report earnings today. But yeah, we have Tesla, Visa, ENPH, Texas Instrument, a handful of different companies. We got Chubb. That's funny. What time are they releasing? Sometimes it's 5 minutes after the market closes, but we'll wait and see. So Ricky, is your LPP discount still going on right now on a purchase program? What's going on, Evan? Yep, it should be linked in the description. If you don't see it, feel free to refresh it. We activate 50% coupons every day. We activate about 5 of them. So if you want to check it out to see if it's still valid, it should be the second link in the description. It literally says LPP 50% off. Feel free to check it out. So, but yeah, if you want to sign up today and watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, we'd love to have you there. You don't have to sign up, right? I want to make sure that you're aware of that. We have a bunch of free videos on YouTube, but if you want access to me, the structured videos, and the live trading, then of course, I'll see you at market open, okay? And again, that's the biggest discount that we offer. Here we go. Tesla's going to skyrocket. I hope for the sake of everyone. Oh, there it goes. Whoa. Up 1.2. There goes 2%, dude. It looks like a bull trap. Does that not look like a big bull trap? Let's see. Let's see if it actually breaks out. Okay. Holy smokes. 4%. This is going to be the first earning report, as long as it closes like this one day after, that it ends up in the green. The past 4 earning reports for Tesla have been consecutively in the red and close to 10% in the red. So look at that. What did we come in at? I still don't have it on my side. Be careful, guys. Wish you nothing but the best. Just be careful with your trade. Let's see. No, it's up 5%. 5% and running. Look at that. Holy smokes. Did it announce the new vehicle? Come on, dirty Tesla. Investing.com. Update for me. 6.3%. Tesla has been very oversold. Remember, I mean, how bad could things have gotten? They definitely could have gotten a lot worse. But right now, 7.2%, 8% in the green for Tesla. Look at that. Woo-wee. Holy smokes. And look at that. Still trying to push that 8%. Again, my friendly reminder to all of you guys out there, lock in profits when it makes sense to you. You don't have to sell now. If you think that it's going to go higher for longer, great. If you think it might be an overreaction and you want to take profits, all up to you. It looks like a bull trap. It's a little bit too bullish to be a bull trap, but it doesn't mean that it has to close up 8%. But I'm genuinely very happy to see that. I mean, this is a nice little break for Tesla. I feel like Elon Musk and the Tesla holders and investors have been getting slapped around all of 2024, right? So I'm happy to see it. I think it's well earned, but it doesn't look like it's holding. Let's see. There it goes. What the heck? Bro, it missed it. Its guidance has to be... What? I'm going to post this for my LPV team. Just in case they're not watching, but... What the heck? Holy smokes. Alright, then maybe... Alright, there has to be something that that was released about its... Yeah. Let's go ahead and look this up real quick. There it goes. Showing signs of resistance. Watch for that pullback. Watch for that pullback. Yeah. They had to announce something about... It looks like they did miss revenue. But what I'm hoping is, although they might have missed revenue and earnings per share, what Elon tries to be very proactive. And that's the way that I tried to see it, where him laying off part of the workforce is probably because it's eating into, the net profits of the overall company. And I don't know if it was him that said it in the past, but I mean, they like to replace their workforce from time to time because of, it's kind of like trimming the fat of the company. Some people begin to be very stagnant, and if you're not performing, then again, it's nice to be able to trim the fat and start all over again. But look at that. Look at that. I mean, this is why you take profits. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Holy smokes, man. Tesla reveals that none of their 711 million worth of BTC was sold in Q1 of 2024. That's fine, but I thought they bought $1 billion worth of it. I didn't know it was 700 million. I don't know what that has to do with the company itself, but we got Justin over here trying to pump up BTC. Here, give me a sec. I have to look some stuff up. All right, Tesla beginning to recover, trying to at least watch for lower highs. So I have this from the Tesla relationship site. You guys want to skim it real quick. know, but there's nothing new here. This was the expectation, talking about the slowdown. Yeah, no, Justin, we have it already on investing.com. It was already shared for EPS and for revenue. Need guidance. What's going on, Miles? Can't wait for the call. Elon loves to yap. Yeah, for those that are a little bit newer to the market, there is a guidance call. I don't know if you guys have ever tuned on in. They can be very boring, but again, if you're kind of a fanboy, it's kind of like cool to be able to listen into this call. You definitely do not have to, but again, you guys can search this up. You can go to Google Tesla Investor Relations, and then you can listen into their call. They have their Q&A, all of that stuff. So you're able to look all of this up and listen to it. And you guys can see based off of what they say, how the market reacts and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to be waiting out for that. So there tends to be two waves that hit during an earnings report. The first wave is when the report is released and the markets digest that data. And then the second is when they have their guidance call, because during their guidance call, Elon or whatever executive ends up jumping on the line, they can set really high expectations that were not expected for 2024. And what do you think that's going to do for Tesla? Cause it to skyrocket. Or they can set very low expectations and talk nothing about the Tesla Model 2. And what do you think that's going to do to Tesla? Very, very, a pretty significant drop probably, right? So does he have the earnings call on X? That's actually a really good question. I have no idea. How is Visa? Because I know Visa reported earnings today. Okay, Visa also reacting in a very bullish way. Visa was one of the big two reporting earnings today. We had Tesla and Visa. Also, did you guys see GM reported earnings? Gapped up at the peak. I think it was, there it goes. Pushed up 8.3%. We had UPS, the big gap up or big sell off originally, and then nice little recovery, kind of tested that same resistance all day. And we had General Motors. General Motors gapping up to highs of almost 46 and then pretty much trading sideways for the remainder of the day. So not much going on there. DJT, if you're part of LPP, you know that on the 30-minute time frame, we were waiting just like last time. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to short these, what I like to call crap companies. That's just my opinion. I pushed up, it began trading sideways, and then once it finally got that sell signal, we saw a lot of selling pressure that followed. This is on the 30-minute time frame. So it gapped up, it began trading sideways. We just waited for that sell signal, and that's exactly what we got today. Nice little sell signal, and again, it begins to retrace back because again, it's a crap company that once the hype begins to fade, then this thing ends up selling off, right? So that's the beautiful thing about being able to stay patient with these shorts. I took two losses on shorting DJT last week, and that was my fault. But I'm on 2 consistent green days this week from shorting DJT. So we definitely made a nice little comeback, especially today. So they have no good news. No good. Are you talking about Tesla or DJT? So because Tesla is still ripping up and holding 7.2%. So looks like we're testing that same previous resistance range. I'm excited for that earnings call. I'm not going to go live during the earnings call, but I just wanted you guys to be aware if you wanted to tune on in where you could actually, listen into it. So it's Tesla Investor Relations. You guys can feel free to check it out. It should be free to access. And it's pretty cool. It's cool if you've never experienced it before. And if you have any questions whatsoever, you can feel free to send me a DM. But if this ends up actually being the recovery for Tesla, that's going to be the big question. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know in the live chat for everyone that's tuning on in right now. This is Tesla. It's reporting good earnings. It's a nice push. Do you think that this is going to be a nice recovery, the start of a nice recovery for Tesla? Or do you think that it's just a temporary, just like you're saying, a temporary bump for Tesla that's just going to continue on a downward trend? What do you think it's going to be? I don't want to call it a bull trap, because if they actually did release better than expected guidance, then they earned it, right? It's just about how short-lived is it going to be? That's the question to ask yourself. You don't want to just use those phrases of bull trap and bear trap for no reason. There's a reason, right? I mean, it reported earnings and it's gapping up because of it. So obviously there's something there. So recovery for the next 2 weeks, that would be something that we haven't seen from Tesla in quite some time. I like that, Gonzalo. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Did you talk about Visa? Yeah, we pulled it up very quickly. I saw that it was up about 3% after market hours. Yep, there it goes. But I definitely did pull it up. All right. Still no progress beyond that 7% mark right now for Tesla. The only recommendation that I have for you is create your trade plan. You guys know that we've talked about it before. I don't care if you're going long. I don't care if you're going short on Tesla. Whatever stock it is that you're choosing to trade, please make sure that you create your trade plan. We have our little risk calculator. I went ahead and I linked it down below for those that want to download it for free. It's a great way for you to be able to become familiar with what risk you are exposing yourself to before you actually take the trade. So if you look at and you set up your entry, your exit, your stop loss, it breaks down your risk to reward ratio. And then you can enter how many shares you want to buy. And then it breaks down exactly how much you could potentially make and how much you could potentially lose based off of your trade plan. So it lays it all out for you and it makes it much easier before you get surprised when you take the trade and you're like, crap, I didn't know that I could lose this much. Again, why go through that experience when you don't have to? So ENPH is down 10%. What was ENPH's ticker? Is it PS? What is it? ENPH's ticker? Ahmed? ENPH. Thank you. Thank you. 10% and counting. Yep, ENPH, which is also another company that was releasing earnings today, right? We could see that right there. ENPH Energy. I mean, it's been a strong descending pattern, right? Lower highs, lower lows. It looks like it was getting close to this moving average. But again, its ultimate true direction based off of overall patterns is bearish. Now it's trading at 100. So this thing hasn't updated yet, but it's trading down here. So it looks like we're seeing a lot of selling pressure and it's returning back down to its previous lows. So unfortunate for those that held. Very a potential dip opportunity, right? For those that haven't invested in ENPH. So there goes Tesla curling back over. I'm very curious on how this is going to react after the guidance call begins. Is what Elon says going to cause the stock to skyrocket even more? Because that's definitely possible. It could go 10, 15, 20% because it's super cheap right now, right? So something small can probably send it flying. But, can he say something that lowers people's expectation and then we see a nice little drop? So I'm ready to short Tesla. Vero, chill out, man. You sound like me. When looking at this on the 4-hour time frame, again, we still have a lot of room up here to work its way back up to the moving average. Remember, I don't care if you're long, I don't care if you're short, have that trade plan. But remember, especially if you're planning to enter a short position, that you give yourself enough margin to work with. Why buy now or why open short now if it could potentially run up to 170? So let's give it the confirmation that it needs. And remember, shorting or trading after market hours, it's also a little bit riskier. I know you guys are like, Ricky, why are you like talking about all of the risk and all the downside? Because someone has to, right? I feel like everyone always just encourages beginners to trade. I want you to focus on quality trades. I want you to understand the risk behind each trade. I want you to plan out each trade. I just want to make sure that you don't open yourself to lose money that you weren't prepared to lose, right? If you take a trade and you know exactly what you're getting yourself into with your profit potential and your loss potential, and you're okay with that, you're an adult, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. That's fine, right? But if you just jump in blindly, not know what to do, you're trying to copy someone, I don't think that's the best approach. So, All right, all right. Ricky, what are you doing? Are you shorting Tesla or no? No, not as of right now. It's a little bit too early to decide that. It still has its earnings call, and I think that's going to be crucial. So sometimes I like trading earnings. I'm not feeling that risky right now. I'm not feeling that aggressive. I don't know if you guys were, and again, for those that are asking, where do you download this risk to reward ratio calculator? It's the first link in the description down below. And then again, if you want access to LPP, right, it's 50% off. It's the second link in the description down below where it says 50% off. But yeah, I've tried to be a little bit more calculated in the past 2 days because of the consecutive losses that I took on Thursday and Friday. So I just want to make sure that I don't go through like a little trading rut when I can easily avoid it. So I'm just trying not to open myself up to trades that might not be in my best interest. Boring, I know, but it is what it is. So, all right. It's a 5% move. 8% at its peak, 5% right now. What is it going to be after it reports its guidance call and after that all begins? We'll have to follow up and see. But I appreciate you guys tuning on in. Again, all the links are in the description down below for those that are asking and tuned in a little bit late. Earning report came in lower than expected for both earning per share or EPS and revenue. So both came in lower than what was expected, but it looks like there are specific things that were said in the earnings report that talked about why it is that they slimmed down on their job cuts in trying to increase their net margins. So that doesn't really surprise me at all. So how do you download the risk to reward ratio calculator without Messenger? So the easiest way, we'll just send it to you, and that's through Messenger. If you don't have Facebook or anything like that, then you can go to techbutsolutions.com. So it's just techbutsolutions.com, and you go under trading tools down here, and then you can just download it under numbers or Excel. Okay. All right. So I appreciate you guys' time. I'm going to take some time to read the Tesla earning report to see if I could find any specific reason on why it is that it gapped up so much. And then I'll follow up with a video later today. So all I ask you to do is drop a thumbs up on this video. Hopefully we'll earn your thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll keep you guys up to date with after the guidance call. So appreciate your time. I'll see you tomorrow for our live trading session. And if you want to tune on in, it's the second link in the description down below where you can get 50% off LPP. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year.